Hello, I'm Claire Louise. Hey, from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for Friday, the 5th of February 2021. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show pretty much every day here on YouTube, in which I pull cards out and channel messages for everybody, for the collective. Whoops. And also do mini readings in there as well. So if you've got a question for your higher self, or you just want some general guidance for your higher self, it's by donation. You can use the super chat, super sticker options, or there's a PayPal link as well if that stuff doesn't work for you. And so come along. I'd love to see you there at 7 a.m. Bangkok time. You'll find that on my YouTube channel. Click the notification bell so that you get notified. I think that's how it works anyway. If you're subscribed to my channel. Also, you can get private readings from me from my website, behealing.com. So let's get some cards out for everybody for today. See what energies we've got going on. Way, okay. It's going to be one of those days, right? When all the cards are flying everywhere. Looks like it. Okay, we'll take the one that flew out onto the table, which is rituals and offerings. A day to be conscious about what you're doing. A day of prayer, that kind of thing. Being very conscious about what you're doing. It could be a great day to write down your goals, to do a vision board, that kind of stuff, to get you on the same page as your higher self. So your higher self knows what you want, right? It's leading you to it. But we do that law of attraction kind of a stuff so that we're on the same page, so that we are headed in the same direction as our higher self is taking us. So we're reaching for the same things as our higher self wants for us, that kind of thing. So rituals and offerings. Yeah, you might want to get your crystals out, that kind of thing. You might want to have today as a sacred kind of a day. I'm putting it there for. Let's put it here so you can see it. Right, let's get one of my new kitties out. This is a new deck. You'll find details of it. It's called Spirit Cats. I've been using it in Psychic Cafe. They're gorgeous cards, but I wanted to get one out for the dailies now. The details of it, of this deck, and all the decks that I'm using in the description box below, with links so that you can purchase them as well. Okay. This one. Beautiful cards. Trust. We've got to trust. Let go and trust is what I've just heard. Let go and trust. So when you're doing those rituals and offerings, doing your goals list, you write it down so that you're reaching for the same things, but then you let go and surrender it, right? Trust. Meet Safi. Trust begins as an agreement she makes with the flame in her heart, right? Getting on the same page as our higher selves. She agrees to let it guide her even when it beckons her deep into the night forest of the unknown. When she trusts, the darkness is illuminated and the forest sparkles with a heart light. She may not know exactly where the path leads, but she trusts the enchantment of the journey born of intuition. What you truly seek awaits you. Trust yourself, step into the forest and begin your wild quest towards the longings of your soul. Awesome. I like that. Let's stick it there. So we've got to trust in the direction that we're headed and kind of get on that same page in our minds of where it is we're heading, trusting that we are heading there. No reaching small now. No reaching for the little things. Our higher self wants us to have it all. Let's get some tarot out for today. Put that crystal on and I know where my bounds are. Right, so tarot for today. What are the energies that everyone's got today? Let's see. Reach high. That's what I keep on hearing. Reach high. See, we're manifesting. We've got the magician out first. We are manifesting, reaching high. What does manifestation mean? When you're doing this stuff, you're not asking for it. Your higher self already knows what you want. It knows better than you what you want before you even ask for it. As I said, you're getting on the same pages that you're realizing where you're headed and then you're trusting. You can have it all, and we're being asked to reach high now. None of this letting your ego or other people's egos hold you back from it. So from reaching high, like, oh, I shouldn't want such great things because that makes me egotistical. No. That has been taught to you by religions and things, people that wanted to control you and bring you down, women especially, right? So don't believe in that. Reach high because you're manifesting that by realizing it. Here we go, Six of Cups. It just comes out so much, right? This is the card of the twin flame and the soulmate. So you could be wanting to reach really high, and you should be wanting to reach really high in relationships. No more settling for less than you deserve. So we've got to realize today, where relationships are concerned, to reach high and to expect great things in our relationships. Why? because we're great in relationships and we deserve it. King of Swords is thinking about stuff today, getting some clarity, really thinking things over, maybe about his direction and whether he's actually headed toward these goals that he's realizing. One more, please, for today, for everybody. Okay, 2 more then. An idea about reciprocity. So we've got the Ace. The Ace of Swords here out with the 6 of Pentacles, which is about reciprocity. So it's an idea, some clarity, some thought, or a message about reciprocity. 6 of Pentacles. So again, about aiming high in relationships. Now, I'm not just talking about romantic relationships here. We do need to seek reciprocity in that, but seeking it in anything, in your work relationships, in business, in anything, in family. We should be receiving as much as we're giving out. Not that you want to tally things up, but sometimes we have to do that. It's like, okay, I've messaged you, you need to message me back. I invited you out, you need to invite me out. Where relationships are concerned, if you've been imbalanced, if you have not been getting this reciprocity, if you've been making all the effort and they've not been making the effort, if you've been working so much for so little money, all of that, if you have been imbalanced, it's time to really take score so that you can sit back and let others reciprocate before you give even more. It's not helpful to the non-reciprocators if you keep on giving to them. They never learn that way, right? They never learn that they've got to give back. So, interesting. All right, reciprocity there. Let's get some clarifiers out about it. Why the Magician? What are we manifesting? That was a lovely card. A nightmare. No, we don't want to hear that. We're manifesting a nightmare. Oh my God, are we? Be careful. Be careful where your mind's going. This is why it's that call to rituals and offerings. Maybe just getting caught up in the crap in life and responding to everything, reacting to things and just going, oh, the world is terrible, what a mess, all of the bad stuff. If that's what you're thinking about, that's what you're praying, really. If that's what your ritual is every day, even though you're not realizing it because you're unconscious about it, you are manifesting a nightmare for yourself. Don't do that. Don't be focused on what's going wrong. Get your sights set on the big things. Yes, as you reach your heights, yes, there's going to be other people having a terrible time of it, but it doesn't help. You don't help them by having a terrible time of it alongside them. Reach high. Manifest. Don't manifest nightmares. Manifest great things. So, oh no. It could be a nightmare that you've manifest. It's not a tower moment. The tower is like when the universe gets involved to help you, to give you a push because you've not jumped, that kind of thing. The Magician with the 9 of Voices is saying you've manifested a nightmare because of your focus. So yes, you've manifested something going wrong. It's different than a tower. A tower is always beneficial. This is beneficial in the way that it's showing you what your focus is. Yeah, so learn from that. So you got some crap that you've manifested today. We've all got some crap that we've manifested today. Notice it and go, oh yeah, I've been focused on all the crap in the world and that's why I've manifested more of it. Do I really want to be adding to the crap in the world? Or do I want to be reaching high to really amazing things and amazing relationships? Why is the 6 of Cups come out today? Why is the 6 of Cups here? The soulmate, the twin flame, the 5 of inspiration. Looking at things differently, yeah. We've got to get ourselves balanced is what I'm getting from this. We want to manifest this, right? The 6 of Cups, the twin flame, the soulmate relationship, but we've got to get ourselves balanced by seeing things in a different light. So we're not going to manifest it while we're not reaching high, we're not allowing ourselves to reach high. We're not going to manifest it while we're manifesting nightmares. We're going to manifest a nightmare relationship, not the 6 of Cups relationship. You've got to get into alignment in all parts of your life. Well, get in alignment, which replicates itself in all parts of your life, including relationships. So this isn't about manifesting the relationship. Sure, you can get on the same page as that, but you've got to get in alignment. You've got to see things differently and be a whole being, of course. That's how we get into great relationships, by being a whole being, 2 whole beings coming together. You know, whole beings, I mean, you know, you're making yourself happy, you're on your life purpose path, you're doing stuff, you're self-motivated. You're standing alone, you're doing it for yourself, you're feeling great, your life's working out for you. Then you meet your one. Then you meet your one. So you've got to look at things differently. If you've been trying to manifest that relationship while the rest of your life is you're manifesting nightmares, you're not going to get the perfect relationship. You're going to get a nightmare relationship. That's what we've seen, right? We've had evidence of that over and over again in our lives. So let's pay attention to it this time. Why the King of Swords? So what's the clarity that we're getting today? The Nine of Inspiration, so that we can move forward, getting clarity. It's because we're manifesting these nightmares. We want this relationship, and then suddenly we're seeing it. Oh, okay, I need to balance myself up and do things for myself. I get it now. Nice. So that we can stride forward toward what it is that we want. Why this reciprocity idea? Or aha. A reciprocity aha. Because we can't keep on giving, doing it all, and then expecting them to reciprocate to that same level. We've got to take people where they're at, and just, you got to sit back and stop and let them reciprocate. Can be very hard for overgivers to do that. But overgivers will attract overtakers. Yeah, and Ten of Swords. It's got to end. Yeah, I don't know. Can you change? Can you change those relationships? If you're an overgiver and you're with an overtaker, if you sit back and stop, will they start reciprocating? Not in my experience. I've had to cut those relationships out. They never right themselves, in my experience. Are you both going to change at the same time? Unlikely. In my experience, I've took a step back and the reciprocation has never come back. And so you cut them out completely, walk away from that, do your own thing, focus on myself, and then new people come in that do actually reciprocate, that do give back. So some cutting out to do. When you get that aha, it's like, oh, if I stop, if I don't send them a message at Christmas, they don't ever send me one. This isn't reciprocal. I'm going to stop. No matter who they are, I'm going to stop. So what's behind this? We've manifested a nightmare. What's behind this? It's duality. Yes. There's always duality. There's always going to be. Everything is 50% mix of challenge and gift. And usually when we manifest something, we see just gift. And then we become real about it and we start seeing the challenges behind it. And then it gets to the point where the challenges outweigh the gifts. And then we give that up and move on to something better instead. And that's the constant process of evolution. Now, that's the duality, right? There's always got to be contrast like that. Otherwise, we'd never evolve. We can't live in this fantasy perfect land. We can't reach for that because it doesn't exist. And it can't exist because we'd never evolve in that. Like, we've got the perfect mix on this planet to evolve. So we've manifested a nightmare is a good thing because it teaches us, right? And because this duality exists, you can always look at one side of it or not. If you're looking at all the crap, if you're looking at all the challenges and not actually making a decision to leave it behind, like this, like the Ten of Swords there, you just keep yourself fixed there and it's just going to be crap after crap after crap. That's you focusing and manifesting the nightmare. So first of all, know that duality exists and it will always exist in everything that you choose. Every person that you choose to be in a relationship is 50% gift, 50% challenge. Every job that you have, 50% gift, 50% challenge. Every aspect of yourself is 50% gift, 50% challenge, and everybody else too, and everything else. So once you know that, it's your choice whether you focus on the gifts or the challenges. Now, to evolve, we need to focus on the challenges first to know when to let it go, to move on. But as soon as we made that decision to move on and let something go, then we get focused on the gifts and something else. Well, I'm reaching for higher now, I'm reaching for better now, I would like this. And then when we go for when we manifest that, it's better and better and better. What this is saying, the Magician and the Nine of Voices here, is today we're being shown that we've manifested a nightmare. We were focused on the challenges, enough that we've manifested a nightmare. This isn't the evolution process. This isn't manifesting something good, seeing the gifts in it until we see enough challenges in it. We tip, the balance is tipped. Then we're like, okay, I'll let that go. Let me think of what I want to head to now. That is the evolution process. What's the devolution process? What's going to get you in a stream down to feeling shit about yourself and in depression is doing the opposite of that. It's looking at everything. Oh, it's all crap. Look at the world. It's crap. It's crap. It's crap. Manifesting some crap, seeing the crap in it, and you headed towards something even crapper. And some aspect of you has done that today, getting some feedback there. So stop doing that. It's not the evolution process. Some people seem to think it's the way at the moment, some spiritual people. Let's focus on all the crap in the world and pointing it out, making people aware of it. Why? So they can devolve? That's not a light worker, that's a dark worker. Six of Cups and the Five of Inspiration. So we want that amazing relationship, that twin flame, that soulmate relationship. Got to look at things differently and ground ourselves in reality. Yeah, it's about the rest. We've got to see the balance. We've got to become balanced in ourselves and see what we're doing in the rest of our lives. If you're really positive and you're challenging yourself and you're being the best person you can be and you're doing your shadow work and all of that, you're doing your inner work and you're setting yourself goals and you're reaching them and all of that, you're going to have a really positive mindset. You're going to have this predominant energy of achievement and of facing challenges and all of that, really self-motivated and all of that. And everything is going to manifest, not just the success and the money, relationships, friendships, community, or things are going to fall in your lap because you're aligned. Relationships come along with that too. So stop separating out relationships from the rest of your life, because your predominant vibration will hit every aspect of your life. You don't need to single out relationships, is what I'm saying here. So what's this? King of Swords and the Nine of Inspiration. Getting some clarity on where we want to move. Dropping burdens. Oh, the reality of the burden. Okay. Clarity on the burdens that we've been carrying that have stopped us from striding forward. It's got something to do with this Magician, and it's got something to do with the reciprocity as well. So we're getting clarity today on that. So we can free ourselves from those burdens so we can move forward. Six of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Voices, leaving creating change in our lives. When reciprocity is not there, we need to walk away from that instead of staying there and trying to change them. You're not going to change them. Just move on to those that can by learning how to in the first place. Yeah, always expect reciprocity. What's going on in our love lives today? Let's see. Love lives for everybody today. What's going on? We've got two cards out there. True love and romantic feelings. True love and romantic feelings. So the true love card, it seems like it's self-love to me, and the romantic feelings is when you start projecting that onto someone else. Interesting the way that formulated in my mind. True love is when you're loving yourself and then you start projecting it in someone else and fall in love with someone else, or start having romantic feelings towards someone else. You and your loved ones are safe. I'm getting this, just be careful today. Self-love, romantic feelings, you're projecting it on someone else. You and your loved ones are safe, so keep you and your loved ones, inner child, safe. Because of all of this transition in the energies today and the stuff that you're going through, I wouldn't say this is the time to open up to a relationship, because it's about that projection. There's something in that, the projection, you're projecting your own feelings onto someone else and maybe imagining that they're feeling the same way or something like that. There's an element of delusion about it there. And it's saying, like, keep yourself safe. When you're in these transitions and changing your energy a lot, it's not the time to reach out for a relationship, because it won't last. You're in flux. You wait till you get to a stable place. Or if you're in a stable place, if you're like, yeah, this is about the past for me, I recognize that, I'm doing that now, I'm in a stable place now, maybe I can trust my heart, maybe I am safe. Are you keeping yourself safe? Are you empowered? Can you deal with any situation? If it turns out they're not reciprocal, what do you do then? What's your plan of action then? Can you deal with that? Can you have strong boundaries and say, this is what I expect, this is what I give, this is what I expect, that kind of thing? Are you empowered enough to deal with that, to keep yourself safe? Or are you just tolerating what you don't want? Tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. Yeah, I'm getting this is about tolerating all kinds of things. Just be careful with your love life today, because your energy's in flux. You might accept things that aren't that good for you or project them onto someone else. Yeah, are you keeping yourself safe, or are you tolerating bad behavior in others, in relationships? Interesting question. Let's get one of these out for everybody today. Just one. Cards are going crazy today, hey? Mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds. It's introspection. You'll know yourself. Are you in a stable place where everything's working out? If so, go for it. Get into a relationship. Or are you wounded at the moment and manifesting all kinds of crap? In which case, don't go for a relationship. Let's get more out for today. Some of these. What else have we got going on today? A door and a fly. The door, opportunities awaiting you. So a door is opening, and not a new opportunity. It could be an inner opportunity to find out about yourself. Know thyself, very important. Because when we do, we know what our usual sabotages are. We know what our personality is like. We know where our issues are, where we easily fall over, trip up, that kind of thing. If we know ourselves, we can preempt it. We can oh, I'm about to fall into this trap again. Oh, I'm about to fall for someone and I'm just projecting my romantic feelings onto them, or I'm trying to get them to be a knight in shining armor and get me out of the trouble I'm in instead of facing it myself. Lots of inner opportunities today. A period of ill health and depression. That's for some of you. That's the magician manifesting a nightmare. It's a devolution process. You might want to listen. If that's you, you might want to listen to the start of this again, where I explain that devolution, the opposite of evolution process. So it was an option to focus on the crap. But it's not light workers that are doing that, even though they're calling themselves that. The needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. Wow. You need to trust, yeah? Trust this path, because your higher self is showing you all of the things that are holding you back from what it is that you really want. Your sincere wish will be granted, but you've got to become a match to that. Hat. You'll be playing a different role. You'll be a different person. On the other side of this, you'll be a different person. Wow. Putting another hat on. Let's get some of these out. What else have we got? And then I'll get some guidance for today from the tarot. The Father. This is about reaching higher. This just came out in Psychic Cafe today, so I know what this message is. It's about the masculine has been allowed to, and expected to reach very high and want the very best. Now, if the feminine, if the mother is doing that, she's seen as wrong, a gold digger, or a egotistical, or bossy, all kinds of things, right? And this is about the feminine reaching higher, reaching for what she wants, and not holding herself back just because she's a woman. That's the message with that today. So don't hold yourself back, reach much higher. We've got rituals and offerings, very much it's a day for writing your goals down, for sure. Getting on the same page as them. Uh-oh, the storm. Right, I was saying that this isn't a tower moment. This is you manifesting some crap from being focused on the crap. But the storm, the storm to me is more like the tower card, universe stepping in to break something apart that you haven't been choosing to break apart yourself. So the universe will step in if you're not doing stuff like this. It will. But that can be a very hard roller coaster to be on, just reacting, and then the universe having to step in because you're not doing it, and you're just like being battered around by life instead of creating it, being a co-creator. The crone, gathering wisdom now. Know thyself and gather your wisdom now. You're creating it all, so understand it. Get conscious about it and understand how it is that you're creating it. Okay, so some tarot. How best to deal with these energies today? The devil. Da, da, da. Okay, the devil. This is about shadow work, which means facing all those things. You know how I was saying about duality? We've got everything inside of us. We're 50% gifts, 50% challenge. Our egos don't want to admit to that, but we are. We've got everything inside of us. And so this devil is saying, to raise your vibration, to heal yourself, you need to love and accept that you are everything. And it loses its sting when it stops becoming wrong. So, for example, I'll give you an example. I had an abusive childhood, and some of that abuse was violence. And because of that, I denounced violence, very sensitive to it, very triggered by it, and didn't want to admit that I had a violent, aggressive side of myself. Now, I am Taurus sun sign, but I'm born on the cusp of Aries. I'm Aries moon, Aries Venus, Aries Mercury. I am also Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn, right? Mars is the fighter, the warmonger. Capricorn. Now that combination is very aggressive. In fact, with my chart being read by astrologers, it makes me an alpha male, an alpha masculine energy, which, yeah, I've seen that. I see that. But I was denouncing all of that. So I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be myself when I was denouncing all of that. When I did the shadow work, and I was like, actually, I am aggressive. Once I accepted it and loved it, because I was doing Muay Thai training and I started to really love it, I could express it really positively. I can stand in my power. It no longer came out as blow-ups, and violent outbursts and things like that because I was suppressing it. So this is the shadow work to do today. Anything that you think is wrong with yourself, that you're denouncing in yourself, that you think is bad, the shadow work is actually accepting it, because everything is 50-50. Everything is 50% gift, 50% challenge. What's the gifts of aggression? Whoa, well, the Queen of Swords. I stand up for other people. I stand up for myself. I stand out in the truth. I can put myself out there without fear. I've got very strong boundaries. There's so much positive about it. And I'm a Muay Thai fighter too, and that's a lot of fun. Reflection and diligence today. Yeah, I was feeling that, this door, the opportunities that are available today, it's about the healing, it's about the inner work. Reflection and diligence, the dawn of rings here. Got a chance. You got a chance to reflect, do some inner work today, see the feedback that you're getting in your life. Rituals and offerings, that's the energy of today. So spend some time by yourself is what it's saying to me, and do that inner work. Important, especially the shadow work. I'm taking, when people say, oh, just choose the light. Well, why? What's wrong with the dark? There's nothing wrong with the dark. Choose to be balanced. I'm realizing that the term light worker is bullshit, because it's the ones that are doing the dark work. It's the dark workers that are really the ones that are progressing. All of it, light and dark. Balance workers. Balance workers, not light workers. Don't choose the light. Choose to be authentic, 100% authentic, which is everything. Because just being a light worker, like as religions have taught, it's taking your power away. It's taking your power away just being a light worker. That's why religions have taught it, right? Religions to control people, especially the women. Don't stand in your power. Just be this good person. Be good like this. And some spiritual teachings are taking that on and continuing that as if it's a right thing to do, and it's not. And if you do that shadow work, you realize and you feel amazing, and then you're in alignment, and then the universe can work through you because it fully trusts you, because you're not trying to just be good and light and only tell that side of the story. You're being honest, and the universe needs to work through people that are honest, because it can trust you if you're honest, not if you're just being one-sided or pretending that you're one-sided. Very interesting energies today. So there you go. Join me sometime in Psychic Cafe, my live show here. I'd love to see you in there. If you want a private reading, don't forget, go to my website, behealing.com. And have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.